This content may contain material that could be distressing or triggering to some individuals, including, but not limited to, discussions of trauma, mental health, violence, abuse, or other sensitive topics. Please proceed with care.
Welcome back to the Wide Mama Diaries. We're live. Not live. This is pre-recorded. I don't know who the fuck I think I am. Get a hold of yourself. Beck's not here today, but she's here today.
Hey!
It's one of those days where I get to look at her this way. Fuck.
And I don't have to look half decent for the camera.
And Beck didn't have to put a face on today. I messaged her before, and I was like, you can rock up however you want to. She's like, I look a bit homeless.
Yes, she did. No, you look fine.
You don't actually look homeless.
You did, you look fine.
But I'm here with Jodie today, which is actually Beck's best mate. And I am pretty excited because we got a lovely couple of hours ahead of us. It's going to be a lovely time.
Yes.
Jodie, tell me who you are.
God, okay. From, who I am now?
Yeah, well...
Or from when I was a child?
No, well, start from, who you are now.
Okay. I'm a mother. Well, I'm 41.
Also a mother, though.
Yes, I am a mother. Sorry, I'm 41 and a mum. I have two children. One, a boy, Logan, he's 15.
Cute.
And Mahalia, she's 8.
I love that name.
Yeah, it's a beautiful name. And my husband's name's Matt. And we've been married for 8 years now. I was 6 months from giving birth to Marley.
Oh my God, that's...
It was not good.
Respectfully, that's disgusting.
I was...
Respectfully...
I was like, what am I doing?
Respectfully, you are a crazy woman.
Yeah, it was,
Oh
actually.
my God.
Had a lot of makeup on. But
I got married when my son was, how old was Austin? 16 months old, and even that I was like, ooh.
Oh, it was, I got stuck in my ranges. But anyway, let's move on. it was a bit crazy. But
wow.
yes. And,
so you got 2 kids. I assume because of the nature of having kids in general, it's always there's never a copy and paste scenario.
Yes,
you have it's always, it's different from child to child, from pregnancy to pregnancy. We had my cousin on a couple of weeks ago now, and she's had 5 kids. So she could tell you herself, there's always, it's so unique. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I'm from what I understand, your eldest, Logan, when Logan was born, you coped quite well. You had a pretty healthy circumstance, healthy circumstances. Mm-hmm. Pregnancy was healthy, I assume.
Normal pregnancy, nothing.
Yeah, postpartum was well.
Yep, nothing bothered me.
But then a few years later, come along and Mahalia was born and everything changed.
Yeah, it was very weird. It was 7 years, so there was 7 years apart.
And that's a large gap.
Yeah, it is actually.
Yeah. I don't think it's too large, but it's just, you don't really hear of that very often.
Yeah, and he was all right. He was good. He's such a good kid. Logan was easy breezy. And it's interesting because when I was pregnant, everything was fine. When I was pregnant, I found out...
With Mahalia.
Yeah, with Mahalia. So the only thing I can think of that was different was I found out I had an underactive thyroid.
Oh, shit, right. And is that something that can happen during pregnancy only?
I think so. I think maybe that's when they only find out.
Okay,
so I didn't know any... Obviously they took the regular tests and everything, and I've been on medication since then.
Since then?
Yeah.
Period.
I'll probably be on it for the rest of my life. So it affects a lot in your body, hormones.
Of course, yeah.
And that's the only thing I can probably think of. Because, Did you feel like that affected you mentally though? After.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So when I found out, it was I think I found out probably maybe I was 4 months. So I wasn't
early pregnancy.
It was early in the pregnancy. I was like, okay, that's weird. I've never heard of that before. However, my mum and sister had it. They just okay. It's hereditary, I think. Anyway, and then everything was fine. I went through the pregnancy, great birth, and then I think it was probably 2 days. Well, I came home probably 2-3 days after. And I just remember, I knew the baby blues. So I knew I didn't have baby blues. And I knew I didn't, I felt like I didn't have depression. I wasn't depressed. But I just cried. And I looked at Matt. And we're because it was really hot. It was in January. So it was stinking hot. And I just and I said to myself, we have to go to Baby Bunting. And he goes, why? He goes, because I need to go get one of those safe beds to sit right next to me in bed. Because I cannot put her in a cot. And he's like, okay. And he's very just he will do everything. He
Chris.
doesn't.
He's
Chris
Taylor.
and Taylor.
If that's
Yeah.
what my wife needs, then
Okay, well that's what we're
it.
doing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's not even a
Anything-
question mark because although they think there's some sort of madness to it, there's obviously logic to it.
Yeah.
Because she wouldn't be.
Or either that, or they're just like, you know what? I don't want to fight this.
And it doesn't say, Matt's just like, okay,
Yep,
let's
alright,
go.
cool.
We'll go get it. And then from that day on, so it was literally days after she came home.
Wow.
And she was in, like, next to me. And I just...
And what was your anxiety about the cot? Was it just like, oh, she's too far away, I can't reach
Sid's.
her?
I think it was Sid.
Sid.
Is it Sid's?
It's called Sudi now, but yeah.
So, yeah. So I just thought, okay, she's... And I really get upset even thinking about it. I just thought, oh God, she's going to, I know I might
The
need
worst
it.
is
Who
gonna
knows?
happen.
I thought I was fine, but maybe I'm not. There's a big bright light. No, but I thought, okay,
Something's going to go
something
wrong.
said she's not going to breathe.
Yeah.
So that's when it started, and I've never had anxiety ever.
And it's funny because we had gone out before when Logan was, 3 or 4?
Yeah.
Not again, in a crime in the world, we'd gone out, and then Chris is like, oh, I'll watch him. And she's like, yeah, cool. And I remember she rang, as any mother does, rang to check up, and he's like, if you're going out for the night, there's no point ringing to check up with your kids. It's how you meant to have fun.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, okay then.
I was so easy with
there was no anxiety about it. I never remember you talking about it or anything.
I've never had a panic. I've never just anything bothered. Nothing. I was so carefree. And then I just remember, but I did used to sleepwalk when I was young.
Yeah,
so
right.
I've always sleepwalked. It wasn't like, God, it was probably, I don't know, maybe, I can't even remember. But it wasn't like a regular thing, but I knew I did sleepwalk. And there was incidents where I've sleepwalked pretty bad. I almost climbed out a window one time in my 20s.
Holy moly.
It was pretty crazy. And my cousin would pull me back in. And I just didn't think anything of it. And I'm just thinking now, when I had Mahalia, it had maybe manifested into like night terrors. Because the first one I would have, I remember it would just be, and she was only a baby. And she'd lay next to me and I'd just hold her, but I'd scream. Not in her face, thank God. I'd be like just screaming, and I'd be kissing her head like this. And Matt would wake me up, and I'm just like.
So that was in your dream?
Like, yeah, well, I'd snap out of it pretty fast. So, but in that time, it was just pure terror. I thought something bad
is going to happen. Yeah.
And Matt would be like, it's only lasted like 0.1 second. That's how long it lasted. I'd pick her up. Yeah, it felt like it, because sometimes I'd wake up like with tears. I wouldn't be crying, but I'd be woken up, and then because you're not supposed to wake a sleepwalker, but
of course.
Matt he woke me up a few times. Now he's just used to it, but he'd wake me up. He goes, babe. And I was,
so you would be awake?
No, so
sorry.
So once I snap out of it, it happened that fast. But in my mind, when I picked her up,
in her mind, she was awake.
I've got a few videos I'll show you in a minute.
Yeah, I'm so curious.
The
sleepwalking.
So the sleep. To me, I didn't consider it sleepwalking though because I wasn't.
You weren't walking.
There was one incident when I was walking.
Okay.
Though. I had picked her up, and I had run across the bed, like so fast, and Matt's like, "What are you doing?" And so I've just kind of held her in my arms.
And your eyes are open.
Yeah, so my eyes were open.
Can you hear Matt when you're in this sleep?
Only when I've snapped out of it.
But not you.
Not when I'm being not when I'm screaming.
No idea what's going on.
So not when I'm screaming.
And you know
in my mind,
what
I think
gets
she's
me
not breathing.
What gets me is that like you've obviously still managed to I'm assuming she's a newborn, weeks old. Mm-hmm. You've still managed to pick her up safely.
Yes.
Like.
I think there must be there's a conscious state in your mind where like this is just this is still gentle. So
but not even just like holding her gently, but like you're supposed to support the neck and scooping a baby up that is
and
crazy.
So I'd hold her like this, and I'd just be. All I remember doing, and I still do it now. I just kiss her head. And I just to make sure she's okay, just make sure she's breathing.
And you do that now.
And like a kiss on the head is going to do anything, but it's obviously just...
That's in my mind, yeah.
That's nuts.
And it would... And that's
not nuts, you're not crazy.
But
that's amazing that your brain was able to do that.
It's scary. It was scary at the time, because that's what I'm saying, because in my mind, like when it's happening, I'm like, it's pure terror.
Yeah.
And then so Matt would be like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm okay. I'm all right. And I just, every time I'd be like, I'm okay. I'm all right.
But what happened
when she wouldn't be bothered.
Across the bed?
What happened when you ran across the bed?
Oh, so Matt chased after me, and he just, took her from me.
Took her, yeah.
Yeah, like obviously wasn't doing anything, but he just took me because,
she's got this baby and she's
that's it. He's like, here, give me Ma, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. Like, acting like he's the crazy one. Like, I'm fine.
I'm fine.
What do you mean? I'm
Why
okay.
are you gaslighting me?
Yeah.
Like, what's happening? Where am I?
Yeah.
Okay.
So when this wasn't happening, and I assume that this happened at nighttime because you were sleeping.
Yeah.
Right. What did your days look like?
Well, I had given up work at that time.
Okay.
So...
But, like, in terms of anxiety, what did they look like?
Nothing. It was only at night. I felt fine through that. However,
If you napped during the day and woke up, would the anxiety still be there as it was for the night terror?
No.
Okay.
It was only at night. She never went, like, she would go to people's houses. She's never slept over. Like, I'm taking her to a party tonight. It's supposed to be a sleepover, but she's not going. Yeah. Like, she's going, but she's not
staying the night.
We're going at 8.
Look, which isn't a bad thing.
That's not, and then she's like, I don't want to. But, because she sleepwalks as well. She will sleepwalk into her room every night.
Wow.
Every single night.
So, my next question then is, do you believe that, I mean, was she a good sleeper? Was she a good sleeper?
She was. And you know what? Even from the beginning, I wouldn't even be getting up and feeding her. Matt would be the one who would get up at 2 o'clock in the morning, you know, the 10 to 6 routine.
Yeah.
He'd be like, you sleep. He'd go out there and watch his TV and feed her because he was off for like 6 weeks. Like,
right, so he could do the help.
Yeah, and he would do all that and
it would still happen.
It's still...
Because...
And even him doing it was still giving me anxiety.
Because I wonder if, like... it had something to do with, like, lack of sleep and, like, how lack of sleep can do that. Because when I will never, ever, ever forget the first night Austin was born. And Austin was born at 7:50 p.m. And we went back to our, like, room. I was going to say hotel room, not a hotel room. Back to our, like, room at the hospital. And obviously I just went straight to sleep because I hadn't slept in, like, 27 hours. I had a 27-hour long labour and I hadn't slept at all. And that first sleep, I had sleep paralysis.
Oh, yep, okay.
And that was the first time I've ever had sleep paralysis, and it lasted, and now to this day I cannot take a day nap because I will have sleep paralysis if I take a day nap.
Wow, isn't that crazy?
Yeah, and it scares me because Austin's always been a good sleeper too, really, really good sleeper, but... you know, as you always do, when the baby's taking a nap, you take a nap. Mm-hmm. Why shouldn't you, right? Yeah. Like, why shouldn't you? But I used to get worried, especially on the days when, because my wife works from home 3 days a week. Yeah. If she wasn't here, if she was in the office that day, I'd be like trying to stay awake because if I have sleep paralysis and he's crying in the cot or something happens to him in the cot, I couldn't wake myself up. I could not wake myself up. Oh. And it would terrify me. So that's why I asked if she was a good sleeper or, again, you had Matt tending to her at that, you know, those overnight feeds.
Yeah, so obviously she's never been injured or anything from this. But, I think it was just terror. Truly,
like, it was almost like a physiological response rather than what people assume anxiety is, which is, you know, like the cold sweats and the hyperventilating and the racing thoughts and your chest is, like, pounding. It's not that kind of anxiety attack. It was literally just like your body's physiological response. Did you get to the point where you'd be scared to fall asleep because of what might happen?
Or did you dread the night?
No, because probably when Matt was at work. Yeah. Because when he'd had this weird, it's like a spidey sense. He would wake up probably 0.5, like half a second before I would scream, and then he'd grab me, and then he'd be like, "Babe, it's okay." And I'm like,
how loud were these screams?
Oh, they were like. Sometimes I thought.
Did she ever wake up?
The neighbours are going to call the police. No, she was fine. Now there's been a few where she's, like she said, she's 8 now, where, bless her, and I feel bad that I do it, but sometimes when I'd scream, and my screams would just be like, oh, or like Matt says I have this weird, it's like, I'll show you some of these videos, it sounds like a monster or something.
I'm so curious.
But Mahali would wake up and she'd just pat me. She'd just pat me back to sleep. It's okay, mummy. And she'd just go straight back to sleep. And I'm just like,
darling.
we don't know that. I didn't know that until because I start taping them. Right. So I got a ring. I just put the Ring camera in our room. So that's how I tape them to make sure.
So this still happens?
Yeah, it happened the other day. I sang out my dad's name. I woke up
calling out your dad's name, not dad, no, but his name.
No, dad. I go dad because I was like, babe, what? You sent a video, and I go dad, and I run outside and I go hello. And then I scream.
You're still sleepwalking.
That was the funniest one. I've had some crazy ones. I'll show you a crazy one, but
I want to see like a haunting one that makes me scared. I want to not go to sleep tonight.
I feel like we need a YouTube channel.
Show my sleepwalking.
There's a lady on TikTok that
wild. Yeah, I've seen her. Yeah,
it was the funniest one I've ever had because of just the way I'll go hello, and then I just scream and I come back and I go, why didn't you wake me? To Matt, and he goes, but you're singing out to your dad. I don't know what's happening. And then I'm fine. I just go back to sleep like nothing's happened.
So do you have feelings when this happens? Like, do you have emotion? So it's fear. It's that terror.
Absolute terror. Just that's all
and
I
now,
feel.
even though it happens now, like you said, it happened a couple of days ago and you're calling out to your dad, of all people. Is it still the fear of something bad happening to Mahalia?
I don't know if that was, because now I'm thinking about it, you just said that. That was the day he fell off the ladder. So I don't know. I'm not sure if that's like subconsciously.
For you.
This episode is getting paranormal.
Yeah, I was like, what? And I believe that's
Yeah.
That is creepy deepy.
But I think there's a part of you, again, it's probably a subconscious mind.
Yeah. That was so weird. I've only just clicked because I even showed my dad the video and he thought it was hilarious.
I wonder if that was the same night.
Wasn't that funny?
That's wild.
And then like, hello. I don't know. That was just hilarious to me.
That's crazy. So, how did you, was there ever a point where you were like, I don't feel like this is normal?
Yeah, it was probably around COVID. So around COVID, she was probably...
She would have been like 3 or 4?
Yeah, 3, 4, because she was born in 2017. Yeah.
Yeah.
And at that time, I was homeschooling Logan. He was, you know, with her. Matt was a essential worker, so he was out there where he was...
Whoa, so hang on a minute. This started days after she was born, and it took you like 3 years for you to be like, this doesn't feel right.
Yeah, because I've always been a sleepwalker. So I just didn't think anything of it.
Right.
I felt like it was just a way of life. I would just... Matt's like, freak out last night. I'm like, oh, did I? That was
cool.
It.
Funsies.
That's how we'd literally have the day. And I'd be like, we should start taping them. So then we started taping them. And then I'm like, oh, that's so crazy. And then that's it. You know what I mean? Like,
that's so crazy. Anyway, do you want a coffee?
That's so crazy. A way of life.
Just a thought for 10 seconds and I'm like, oh, what better thought?
Yeah, right.
Literally.
Back to life.
Could never be me. Because I have one sleep paralysis and I make it my whole personality for the next 5 to 7 business days.
To every Tom, Dick and Harry that's got
literally, guess what just happened to me? I'm actually stressed about it. I'm going to call a doctor right now and I might have to go in for surgery. That's me as fuck. Like,
and then she's
drama.
Whoa, that's crazy.
I don't know, man.
Well, better get the washing done. Do you want a cup of coffee?
I've like I've had 3 bad. Well, there was probably the worst one I've had was I used to live down in the back of my parents and in my 20s.
Yeah.
It was like just a garage. It wasn't like a converted thing, but it was a garage that they converted into a room. And I had a door and it had, do you know like the ones where it had like a door in a door and then it was like
I don't know what the fuck
glass.
you're talking about. Oh
like
yeah, okay,
glass.
yeah.
So it wasn't glass, but it was frosted glass.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it was kind of like plastic. Anyway.
Yeah.
I had a dream I was in this was my nightmare. I was in like a super glue house. I don't know.
Super glue
I
house?
was covered in super glue. So I ended up punching like in the glass.
Did you hurt yourself?
No, well I went upstairs because it was all shattered, but because it wasn't glass, it didn't cut me. So I went upstairs, I go, Mum, that was weird. Something just weird happened. Like I just punched a
That
hole.
was weird. I just punched the door.
Did the punch or the smash or something like be like...
Yeah, wake me out of it. I snapped out of it fast.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so that's
crazy.
There's literally no idea what's going on prior.
And you said that like it obviously was immense fear of like, you know, you had a newborn and you know, worried about something bad happening. But before she was born,
yeah, I don't know what those were.
Did you have any feelings then? Did you have any anxiety feelings then?
0.
It was just a matter of life. It's just like sometimes I move in my sleep and I walk around and that's the way it is. And did that happen when Logan was little but with no anxiety?
Yes, there was one, but I was carrying him and I ran into her room. So it was probably from here, I don't know, a bit further out, and that was her door to the part of the garage. And I said his head exploded, and she's like, "What?" And
but did you have anxiety about it?
No, in your head, were you carrying a baby with no head?
Yes.
I know. It's not funny, but
I was not thinking.
Like his head exploded.
I go, probably his head exploded. She goes, Jodie, stop. He's in your arms. I'm like, oh, that was weird. You know what I mean?
Again, she's just like, well, that was weird.
That was weird. Let's go back to bed.
It's so funny. She's in the kitchen going, my story is so boring.
She said it to me too.
It's
actually really interesting.
Yeah, it is so interesting.
It's really
but
interesting.
What I felt with him is not what I felt with
it wasn't anxiety. It wasn't...
Yeah.
Well, that was weird.
I thought I had a baby with a head exploding and my sister's like, what's going on? It's 2:00 in the morning, Jodie, and you're banging on my door. Like,
that's crazy. No, I keep saying that's crazy, but I don't want to say that anymore.
No, that's fine.
It's just like it amazes me that our brains have the ability to create and we believe it. And in the moment, she's carrying a baby with an exploded head. Like,
what I mean. And when I don't even talk about it much like this, so talking about it now is just like bringing out a lot of. I was like, oh yeah,
it's
a lot of memories that you forgot you had.
I feel like because you kept saying It's so boring. It's so boring. But saying it, do you feel like it's traumatic when you say it out loud?
A little bit, actually.
Because it is a bit traumatic.
Yeah, a little bit.
Would you ever wake up and go, oh, I felt really scared I'm okay now, but I felt really scared last night?
Probably, no. I think I only started to feel, okay, this is a bit weird, like getting a bit, like, different. I don't know if I was scared, just more, I'm a bit weirded out that this is happening more frequently. So there would be happening a lot around COVID, it was happening a lot more frequently.
Right.
And that's why I'm like, okay, once before it was only like once in a blue moon. Now it's like happening.
Do you think
2 times a week.
was Mahalia going to daycare before COVID or something?
She was going in. Then she had to come home because
but because of she was going to daycare and then COVID hit and then she had to stay home.
Yeah.
So I wonder if that was it. Like I'm not. We all want a break from our kids, so it's okay to say it. Mm-hmm. I'm not getting any breaks from my kids. I'm just mum mode from the moment I wake up to the moment I shut my eyes. You know, and then homeschooling your son and making sure that your little one is still entertained and stimulated in the brain. And like, I wonder if it was just exhaustion. Well, I shouldn't say just exhaustion, but I wonder if it was exhaustion that kind of like made it happen more often.
Possibly. And also I feel like I was starting to get a bit like obviously mentally. I've never been depressed. To me, I've never been depressed.
Everyone got a little bit fucking stir crazy in
exactly.
COVID.
So
Everyone got stir crazy. Beck and I suffered a lot.
It was, So I remember probably the most, and this was how I feel like I'm not depressed because I'll compare to like what Beck went through. I'm not depressed.
But see how she does that?
You know what I mean?
No, I'm fine. No, it's okay, I'm fine.
I do that
but
a lot.
You weren't.
I always wasn't.
Like, but I'm not depressed, but it's depressed for you. Comparing it to that.
That's why I am.
I was depressed at one point,
what I mean?
but while it was same but different.
Yeah.
But you can still be depressed. You just weren't the extreme of it.
Yeah. So
there's
with
like
that,
here and here, and anyone can be.
Yeah.
I was crying for more than 10 days. And I felt depressed, and that's still valid.
Yeah.
So you're saying, but I'm not compared to what?
Yeah, I know.
I think you're invalidating your
Be
feelings.
kinder to yourself.
Yeah. because I will compare it to where I felt the saddest I ever felt. See, I'll put it in that way. The saddest I felt was just before I gave birth to Logan. Yeah.
No, but it's very common for a lot of lesbians to have mummy issues.
So when I know, changing the subject. So my sister, my older sister, when she was a baby, was a lot of operations, like a medically complex kid.
She
had no esophagus tube.
Oof.
So they made it. You know, she's 43 now, so she's going well. No, she's 44 actually. But she has a lot of complications now.
Right.
But then, she goes, so how was your child? I'm like, yeah, you know.
Pretty average.
My mum and dad were, you know what I mean? My mum had my sister. Then I was born 3 years later. But then I think I was in and out of hospital as well. I would go down, my dad would go down, and then we'd come back again.
Wait, for yourself or
no,
to
for
visit?
Her, sorry, just to visit. Because my mum would always be there. So I barely saw my mum.
Yeah.
My mum's probably going to listen to this, but I love mum. She's the best. But I barely saw her.
Hi, Mum.
And I don't want her to think like
she's doing what any mother would have.
No. She just
I never ever wanted.
She wasn't doing the wrong thing. It's just that it was just unfortunate that you missed out on having time with her.
That's what she needed. And I was with my nan. I was with my auntie. I was with dad. But I feel like a big chunk of my life, and that's probably why now. Oh God, you know what? I feel like I'm in a psychologist. This
podcast is definitely a therapy.
It's our therapy.
I'm starting to
uncover a lot.
Yeah.
Welcome.
And that's what I say. I love my mum. She's the best. But I felt probably not. I don't want to say that word. I'm not going to say neglect.
No. It's not neglect. It's just there was a part of you that probably could have had a bit more time with your mum, and it's unfortunate that the circumstances were that she had to be somewhere else.
My sister's had 60-something operations.
Fuck.
She's had a lot.
Yeah, right.
And now, you know what I mean? And now, anyway, God, imagine if I got her on here. She'd have a story. Bring her on.
Is she a mum?
Yeah.
Oh, check the box, we're done.
She's had a lot. But yeah, so I don't know. So I went in for that, and she gave me some tools and stuff. And I felt like it was helping.
Good.
I was like, you know what? It actually helped.
And did you find that the sleep terror, like the night terrors, were reduced?
Started to go down, but then I still get them again. And I think of the ones, like I go through my houses. So I've been in 3 houses since, like having, you know, my kids and stuff. So I'd go through the houses, and I think, okay, I had it in that house, and then I had it in that. So I'm thinking, what happened? You know what I mean?
So you kind of started
analyzing the situation.
and like retrace your steps, like what? Okay.
So in the main house where Mahalia was born, they did start to subside, and then we had to move, and then Logan turned into a teenager, and I'm thinking that was a hard part. Ooh, I remember crying in the car and I didn't even know why I was crying. I ran my mind and she goes, "What are you doing?" I'm like, I don't know. Like, I'm just crying because, like, as a teenager, it just really affected him. Like, affected me.
Right.
And I don't know if you...
In the sense of, like, my baby's not a baby anymore? Or was it in the sense of, like, he was having a hard time coping to new hormones and then...
No, I think he was fine.
It was just you being like, oh, my little baby.
He went from, he was the funnest, he was so fun and, like, I'm acting like he's not, he's fine. Like, he's fun and, you know, like, give him a memorial.
That part of him.
That, like, childlike...
And he's not like that. He's so serious. Like, I remember when he was born, people would talk to me and they go, and it was always, like, old Italian women. I don't know why. They'd just come up to me out of randomly and they go...
Because nonnas do that.
You know, she goes, he's an old soul.
Shut up! I just got goosebumps on my body because everyone says it about Austin.
That's what I mean.
Oh my God, I just got goosebumps on my whole body because anyone now, like when Austin was first born, everyone, he's an old, and it was,
so that was
old women of every nationality would say it. And they've stopped saying it so much now, but I'm talking about like in his first 6 months, everyone. Mm-hmm. And then when Austin was 14 months old, we went to Italy. We spent...
Oh, really?
Yeah, we did a 6-week trip in Europe, and 3 of those weeks were in Italy.
Oh, wow.
Because my wife has family there, and we just wanted to check off a lot of boxes, you know, milestones and, you know.
Yep.
And all the nonnas, oh, Bambino, pinch his cheeks. And, like, we were very clearly tourists.
Yep.
Like, not only did we just start yapping in our Australian selves, like the way we do, so people would know, like, we're not from there, you know what I mean? We're walking around with our fucking big ass backpack, water bottle, like hat, like checking maps, making sure we're going the right. People knew we weren't from there, and even then the old Italian nonnas would stop and speak to him in Italian like he could understand. And like, and he's like
smiling.
or he'd be eating, and he's a very serious boy actually, so he'd just be sitting there like eating like
yeah,
and they're like, oh, little bambino, and like that, just when you said people said he's an old soul, that exact phrase, I can't tell you, if I had $1 for every time someone said that about my son,
it's crazy, isn't it?
It's mental.
And at the time I'm like, oh,
cute, whatever,
okay, and I just walk away. I don't know, what do you say? I'm like, okay, strange lady, I don't know you. But anyway, and now that's what I'm saying. So now he's so serious.
Oh my God, I'm scared that's going to happen to my kid.
He was so, and that's the thing, he's fun, he laughs, and I always joke about it with him. I just go, you're just so serious. Just be a teenager, like you're 15. But he's just
have a laugh.
Like the other day, he never eats chocolate, but the other day he's like having chocolate, and he's like, I go, you never eat chocolate. He goes, I like to indulge every now and then. I'm like, who are you?
Who are you?
What is happening?
Who indulges? First we're eating the whole block.
Yeah.
Really saves chocolate.
And the other day he found, like my brother, he's 18. He, smoking, right? Whatever, you're 18. I can't control that. Logan comes home and goes, do you know he's smoking? I go, oh, I don't know. Well, he's 18. I can't do nothing to me. He's not going to listen to me. And he goes, so you're okay with him throwing away his life? I go, Logan, you're taking this very serious. I go, I don't know what you want me to say. He's 18. What am I going to say to him?
When did he become the parent?
Exactly.
Yeah, I know. When is he the responsible adult? Yeah.
Oh my God. He's like, well, I don't like it. I'm like, well, I'm glad you don't. Good. I'm glad you don't want to smoke. That's a good thing.
So back to, you had a hard time when you turned into a teenager.
Yeah. It was. And I don't know.
For you?
Yeah, for me. He was fine.
And did you find that the night terrors spiked during that time?
Yes. But not towards him. So this is what's so weird.
Again, Mahalia?
Yeah. It was all, and maybe because she was just in our bed. Because she'd be walking in our bed all the time. And maybe if he was. And there was one time, didn't help my anxiety, he's never sleepwalked, Logan, ever. One time he sleepwalked. Lucky I was still up, he had walked out the back door, unlocked it, walked out into the carport, walked him back, never done it again, ever.
And you just went straight back to bed?
He just went straight back to sleep.
Crazy.
And now Mahalia walks in our bed every night. Without fail. I don't even know if she's in there. I don't know how to stop it.
So is it sleepwalking, or is she waking up going, I'll go to mum and dad's bed?
There's sometimes, when she was little, it was sleepwalking because I could tell in her eyes. You can tell when their eyes are open and she's just not...
She's like, lights are on, no one is home. Okay.
But then most of the time, like, if you see the video, I put a video up and she's dancing to that.
Sleepwalking.
Yeah, remember it was a video? Yeah. But
I really want to see that.
I put that anxiety on in the background, like that, anxiety.
That song called Anxiety?
So you see her walking in and then she knows the camera's on, so she'll
But is she still sleepwalking?
No, I think she's awake in those ones.
Yeah.
So she'll come in, because I go, why do you always come in? And she goes, I don't know. Sometimes I don't know if I'm in there. I'm like, okay.
So it must be, do you know what? It must be sleepwalking. And then every now and then she wakes up and goes, oh, it feels normal to go into mum and dad's bed. Maybe I'll just go in there.
Yeah.
It's safe.
I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go in there.
Yeah, I'm not. It's safe in there. I know that I wake up there every morning anyway, so may as well just go.
Yeah. And it's funny. And maybe, I don't know, because you don't have favourites, right? You never have favourites
I mean, you do.
Well,
I don't know. I only have one.
Depending on the
I only have one, so I don't know.
Like, you would think with this, me and Mahali would be
Close,
which
like
we
tight.
are, but her and Matt
Oh,
like
really?
this. Me and Logan have now become closer. Her and Matt, sometimes like she'll hug me when Matt's at work, and I'm like, oh, this is nice. I go, is this because Daddy's not here? And she's like, no, Mummy. I'm like, I feel like if Daddy was sitting there, you'd be sitting next to him. And I'm okay with that. But then maybe that manifests into, you know what I mean, me thinking, does she even love me? Which I know she does. Obviously.
Yeah, or logically, yeah.
But to me, Matt's her favorite.
So you say that like, oh God, hang on, let me adjust my. You say that when like Logan was shifting into teenage years, you feel like the night terrors spiked, but it wasn't because of anxiety. Like in the night terrors, you were still worried about Mahalia.
Yeah. Because that's all I can think. Because I try and think, what is making them still happen? And
so this was carrying on. It still happens. And now when it happens, do you still think about Mahalia?
Yeah.
And do you picture her as a little baby newborn who's gonna something like that is gonna happen?
In my mind, there's no picture. So say for the other day so I've got two videos I'll show you. One was a funny one with my dad, but the other one is me, and I wake up and I scream. I'm like, and then I grab the pillow knowing that she's not there. So I fly out of bed and I run into a room and I just put my hand on her chest. And I'm like, okay, she's fine. Then I'll go back.
Again, and then walking this whole time though? Or you woken yourself up and said...
So to me, when I'm screaming, I'm sleepwalking because I don't know I've screamed. I only know I've done it because either Matt tells me...
Or you've got it on video.
On the camera, yeah. And then, like last night, our camera died, so we didn't have it last night, but he said you had one last night. But in saying that, I have started taking... Because I don't want to take pills.
Okay,
like, I don't want to take sleeping pills. I'm a bit paranoid. I take one Panadol if I have a headache. I'm that paranoid. My sister's like, you are crazy. But I'm starting to take these herbal... like Sleep Advance. They are starting to help. It just keeps my mind a bit relaxed.
Powers it down a bit.
Yeah, it just relaxes me a bit, and so I've run out of them and I forgot to get them, and so I feel like that's probably why I had one the other night and then one last night. Matt just said you screamed, like it really sounds like a monster. I don't know. I'm like, oh, why do I sound like that? I don't know why.
Can you show me? I want to see.
Yeah, okay, I'll show you now.
I really want to see this.
Okay, I'll move this. So this is...
I'm so curious.
And you'll see Matt he's just so used to he just get up and just... Okay, so it happens really fast for this one. I'm a bit late. We're playing that with Dad. Hello?
You're calling me out for your dad. Hello.
Hello. Oh, and that's the scream that's woken you up.
I
Wow.
know, and so that will wake me up because I don't remember saying Dad, and I don't remember saying hello. And then I screamed because I brought in Marley's room. Sometimes she was late.
Oh, so you've screamed in Marley's room. Wow.
Doesn't wake her up at all. That's the crazy part.
Maybe she's just used
She's
to
so
it.
used to it.
That's what I mean.
It's like white noise now.
So this is the next one.
I want to see the scary one.
I feel like I need a video.
I want to shit my pants.
So this one here is...
Okay.
Is it... And why did I walk out like that too?
Yeah, you're on a fucking mish. And then you just walk back in like nonchalant. She's just wait, no. So
Sorry. What gets me? Wait, the walk and then wait. This is my favorite part. Blanket. I'm good.
Pulling over the blanket like, well, that was fun. All in a day's work.
Even his subconscious mind goes, well. And now he's just like, I'll just count sheep then, shall I?
Yeah, fucking hell, that's what we do around here.
Right, now we're gonna find that one.
Literally, the blanket got me. She's just like, oh fucking, let's go to bed
I
now.
feel like we need a copy of this just for a laugh. Like,
Well, I'm gonna ask her if you send it to me, I'll put it in the pod.
Yeah, I'll put it on the thing.
just so people have an idea
I
of
think
what
this might be the
actually
scary
is.
one.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, I'm so. Oh my
So
god.
This is my other.
Oh, okay, hang on, take
my
this back. I
other-
need to see this.
Is that the one?
Oh, there's no sound.
Oh no, I don't think I have sound.
So Mahali is in bed with you.
Yeah, she's in between.
Okay.
And then he grabs me and goes, stop. Because I think I was screaming really loud. And
Oh,
that's when I snapped out.
I really wanted there to be sound.
No,
Me too.
I thought there was.
No, there's not.
Oh, there isn't. No.
And it's like scary because Mahali is like, wait.
What the fuck's going
Yeah,
on?
and
Yeah, but even like you can see the panic in Matt. For a
Yeah,
second.
both of you.
Look.
Look at his face. He's like,
that I think
The way they jumped out of bed is if there was a fucking mouse in
Yeah.
there.
Because I was like, I think at that time I was screaming like loud.
oh my god.
And he's like, "Babe,
And
it's
look,
all
so,
right."
and yours full like still kissing
And you're
her.
just like, yeah, you're kissing her
So I was
face.
just I was like,
Yeah.
Because so in that moment right here, you're not with it still.
yeah, I feel like out there I'm just like, okay.
Because you're not even paying attention to him. You're just like, she's alright, she's okay.
And then he's just like, okay, because obviously he's never scared that I'm gonna do anything, but I think
Yeah.
at that time he's like,
Yeah, because you
"Babe,
can see his
what are you-"
face. He's like,
Yeah, he's like, babe, what are you like? What's happening?
But the way he must not sleep heavy.
I don't know how-
Oh, that
The
poor
way he
motherfucker.
just jumped from
Matt,
like
if
a-
you're watching,
the
peace
way
and
he
respect.
jumped from the horizontal position to like.
He was vertical within seconds. That man was so vertical.
Can I just say something? He's the front line if we're going to.
Oh yeah. I want Matt protecting me.
Yeah.
I want Matt fighting for my rights.
Because he's
Fuck
old,
me,
like,
that is
full.
insane.
He's yeah.
What a blessing of a human being. And I don't say that about men often.
He's a good guy. Yeah.
So, did you ever feel like anyone around you, I mean, other than Matt, obviously, like family members, anyone knew what was going on?
Yeah, I told my mum and my sisters. I
And
don't
how
think
did
they
they-
understand because they don't sleepwalk. So I think my mum only thought it was just, okay, you're sleepwalking. And
Well,
she-
you've been doing this since you were a kid.
Yeah,
What do you?
literally, she goes, well, Jodie, I remember this one time you thought I was your auntie. Like, I thought she was my Auntie Karen or something. I don't
Right,
know,
okay.
Auntie Karen.
You don't even have an Auntie Karen?
No, I do have
Oh,
an
okay, I
Auntie
thought you
Karen.
said I don't have an
But
Auntie
that's what I
Karen.
say, and Mum's like, you would say, Auntie Karen. And she'd always bring that up. And then I'm like, I know, it's weird. And like I said, I just normalised it. I'm like, okay. Anyway, what's for dinner? What's happening? You know what I mean? Like, it was just a way of life. And this was saying, like, yeah. So I feel like it helped me, the psychologist, about other stuff too. But then, so then it started to get better. And then, yeah, like, just realising then maybe I was thinking of my dad the other day. When, you know,
that's
he had that
nuts.
he had an accident.
So, and like you still, like you, but then again, you said earlier, Matt said that you had I want to call it an episode. Like Matt said you had an episode last night and you don't remember. You just rely on Matt telling you.
Because otherwise we would have had the camera on. But yeah, he goes, you wake up and you just went, ah! And I was like, why do I sound like that? And I go, but that had nothing to do with Mahali either. I don't remember any of that. And then he'd be like, yeah, I was still watching TV, so it would be next to him. And so he would just be like, it's okay.
That poor motherfucker.
I don't know how, seriously, he just wakes up. Well, we had to get up early this morning to go to football. Was washed out, so we're halfway to Warramoo, but anyway. Like at 6:30, I don't know how he works. I don't know. He's a hard worker.
Bless his
He's
soul.
the best.
And
He
like
really
this,
is.
and like that scream is like not even a scream. I don't want to call it a scream. It's like just like
It looks
a
like something leaves your body.
yeah.
Yeah, like a demon or something. What about a
Or I
demon?
wonder if it's
I'm like
like
exorcism.
I wonder if it is you feel like you're screaming loudly, but like you're physically still asleep, so you don't have the strength.
Yeah.
That being said, you have the strength to walk over to Malalia's room, put a hand on like
Yeah. And so knowing that, how do I do that in my sleep? I don't know.
I'm about to go down a rabbit hole on studying this, and by studying and by rabbit hole I mean ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Our research for everything.
Do you feel like I mean, it is anxiety, right? And it's something that happens,
Yeah.
postpartum
I would
anxiety.
think it. Yeah. Which I haven't been diagnosed with that, but I would think that.
You don't have to be diagnosed.
I would
Formal
have a feeling
diagnosis
it would
doesn't
be.
mean anything. You know, you
Yeah.
live with your body and your brain 365 days a year,
Yeah.
24 hours a day. You sit with a person, a psychiatrist, for example, for an hour of your life. There is no way that they're going to know everything about you in that hour, in my opinion.
I would think of other stuff too. Like I remember she was 6 weeks old, And I just said to Matt, I go, you know what? We should go to like something for a drive. Anyway, drove all the way up there. Like, because we're home and away, home and away where that filmed. Or like a couple of hours maybe. Is it a couple of hours? Anyway, drove all the way up there. It was so hot. And I said to myself, I can't take her. He goes, what? We just got here. I go, we have to go home. He goes, what do you mean? I go,
So you booked like a hotel or something?
No, we just went up for the day.
Oh,
like,
right.
Yeah, so, but I said, we have to drive home. He goes, well, why? He goes, because it's really hot and she's only 6 weeks old. So in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, something, I don't know. What if she gets heat stroke? So we just drove all the way back. Like, this man, must love me. Because we just literally drove up there for like 2 hours. We drove all the way back.
And then you earlier mentioned as well, like, a couple of days home after being at the hospital, you were like, we've got to go to Baby Bunting to get a co-sleeper because blah, blah, blah. And then, you worried about her getting heat stroke at 6 weeks old. So clearly there was some anxiety that was manifesting during the day as well.
And I would think, if because I gave up work, I don't know if I was still working, maybe my mind wasn't as, you know what I mean? Like, as, if I was working and I had Mahalia, maybe my mind would be more preoccupied. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but
With
maybe
work.
also not.
Well, yeah.
Maybe also not. Maybe it might be the other way
around.
around where you're like, I'm spending so many hours away from her so that I don't know what's going on when I'm not with her.
Yeah.
And then that anxiety manifests as well. Do you know what I mean?
And it's interesting. I've been working since I was like, my first job was a paper run. I was working since I was 13. I just worked. And I had Mahalia and I gave up work probably 4 months into birth. 4 months into pregnancy. I don't know why. I just said, I can't work anymore. I can't do it. I spoke to Matt. He goes, that's fine, mate. Blah, blah.
We'll make it work.
And
yeah.
I said, and now 8 years on, and I'm 40. And I know it's probably hard because it's hard to get back in the workforce after a baby.
So you're still not working?
No.
Okay.
And I have the luxury, thank God, Matt has a well-paid job. We don't struggle or anything like that. But I get anxiety thinking, oh my God, what if I can't get a job? What if I apply and they just keep rejecting me? Like, I don't even know what I'd even do.
Yeah.
And I go, I don't even know what I'd even do.
So it sounds like the hardest part of your anxiety is these night terrors. But it does sound a little bit like there is anxiety that is, showing up in your day-to-day life as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm sure everyone does this. Like, I track my son, Logan. Like, you track yours.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I can't track him yet, but I track my mum.
Yeah.
So I get it.
You also track me, mate.
Yeah, I do. I have Beck.
Doesn't mean I have
a long list.
I track him all the time. Like, and he's and like I know, and he does like I'm getting better with him because he's 15. I give him a lot of like he's freedom, but he's such a good kid. He doesn't do anything wrong.
My kid's 20. We're still on last week.
Doesn't mean like you got to know where they are. But and then but even Mahalia, like at school, I was alright in kindergarten. Like when she first started kindergarten, and then I remember she went on like an excursion. It was for NAIDOC, Aboriginal. So he went to NAIDOC, and I followed the bus because I said, "What if there's a crash?" And I said, "I followed the bus from the school to the park." And Matt's like, and he never questions me. He would never say, "That's crazy, babe." He's like, "Are you okay?" Oh my God, my sister's called me. That's so weird. And I was like, "Yeah, I just wanted to make sure she got there." He goes, "Okay. You sure you're okay?" I go, "Yes, I'm fine."
Why didn't you ring me and tell me this?
Yeah. When she was in kindergarten. She's in 2 now. But I thought...
That's the bit next level.
I wouldn't say next level. I would say you have anxiety.
Yeah. Because I don't know anybody that's done that. And it's not...
And
not
intrusive
too crazy,
thoughts.
but it's manifested that much that you've actually had to follow the bus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with you following the bus.
If it eases your mind.
If it eases your mind, there's something wrong with you following the bus and still... And the feeling of that like intoxicating your brain and your body, and you become debilitated by this.
You're just walking around with like clenched jaws and stiff shoulders.
Yeah, you're just in stress mode the whole time.
Yeah. And I know like I'm a lot better now because even then when she was in kindergarten, and I would think to myself, what if she walks out that gate? And then I like left, in the morning, like I did waved, you had to stand at the gate for the parents. It was around after COVID, so. And then you'd walk in and the teachers were there. I'm like, but what if there was no teacher? And then she walks out and she just walks down that road. So then I'd wait for the bell to go. I don't do that now. I'm a lot better now. She's a lot better.
Of course she's better.
That's what I mean. Well,
it was never her.
As in, she would cry at the beginning.
Yeah.
All the kids would. But
I wonder if some of that was she could feel your anxiety.
Maybe.
And you know what? And I feel bad because I feel like she might. I don't know if it's anxiety or. We go to a park, right?
Yeah, but when your parents, as a child, would say something and you just constantly lived in fear, like we said, don't turn the car light on, it's illegal. And so even as an adult,
Yes.
quickly turn the car light off. Like that.
It's not illegal, but
it's
yeah.
not. But I wonder if that bit of anxiety has instilled into her a bit, unbeknown to you. So it's not like you've purposely done this, and then now she's like about little things.
Yeah.
Like even when she pats me when I have my freak out, she pats me and she goes, "It's okay, mummy." And I'm like, "Okay, but."
But also she could be. Kids mimic their parents. So because Matt is so caring and he's okay, then it's normal for your kids to be like, this is what dad does, we already know what to do.
Yeah, this is what dad does when mum's having this situation happen.
So whether they think it's normal or it's normal for their household, but they think if Matt wasn't there, they would know what to do because they've seen Matt do it.
Yeah. Which actually leads me to my next question. We've obviously talked so highly about Matt so far, which, again, it's not something we do often about men over here, especially not in my fucking house. Anyway, peace and love. Has it ever negatively, like this anxiety, has it ever negatively impacted your relationship with Matt? Or has Matt ever...
No.
Like, has Matt ever been like, whoa, this is overwhelming for me, or...
I don't want to say I don't want to break these habits, but they're habits where he will never, ever put himself first. Ever. Like, literally, there was that instant...
He's like a golden retriever husband.
Literally the other day, right? This is what happened. We went to Macca's. We order online, right? So anyway, he thought we ordered 2 meals, but we only ordered, like, nuggets for me with no Coke in that. Anyway, we made a mistake, and I went over and like, we'll just go in and get, extra chips.
Extra food, yeah.
He goes, no, you eat mine. I go, okay, stop. I go, stop, because we have money. Go get yourself some food. What do you mean? No. He does that constantly, and God, I love him to death. I go, but you got to snap out of it. Because it's so, like, put yourself first for once.
And it's not even putting yourself first. It's just like, you can eat, he can eat.
That's
like, just go get another meal. Like, it's not that deep.
And the fact that he would be woken up and he then would go to school, he would never say, you keep waking me up, babe. Like, you need to stop or something. He'd never say anything like that. So, and he said, don't listen to this. And I'm like, you need to talk to me more about it, because he won't. He'd just be like, okay.
Matt,
yeah,
we love you over here.
Yes.
And you're a real one.
See, and the fact that you haven't even met him, but you know that he...
And I think it's because,
person.
Beck said that he's like Chris, and I love the shit out of Chris. And then on top of that, I know Chris is exactly like Taylor, my wife. So, like, I have mad respect for you, dog. Honestly. You're a real one.
Guys, are we suggesting a 3-way date?
Okay. We did that once.
I could see Matt and Taylor and Chris just sitting at the table, and it just be the most...
Talking about...
Like, most
the three of us are yapping.
Like, wholesome conversation or not.
Yeah.
And then we'd be just like... And they'd be just like looking at each other like...
Literally, Matt would be...
Good meal.
He literally would be talking about... Because he loves his work. He loves sending water, so he'd be talking about pipes.
Oh, my God. Obviously, like, Mahalia is really kind and lovely and just, like, a sweet little angel princess and, like, comforts you.
Yeah.
But has she ever, in the mornings, been like, Mummy, you... What was that about?
No, she's never brought it up. I don't even know, sometimes she even knows, that's what I'm saying, I don't even think she knows it's happened.
Like, in that clip that we just watched, like, Mahalia very clearly is, like, sitting up and awake and you're kissing her face. So, obviously, she's, like, been woken up by you before.
And I remember that day after, and I remember saying, do you
imagine,
remember what happened?
Imagine because she's never slept out, that's just, everybody's mum does it.
Yeah.
Because if you've never stayed anywhere, you don't know what's not normal until you've gone to someone's house, or obviously she's not going to people's houses overnight. It's not till you sleep.
Well, not only that, but it's just like that's all she's ever known.
That's what I'm saying. So she just thinks
not once
that's what happens.
Yeah, she has never said, oh, that was so, remember when you like freaked out, Mummy? Oh, then maybe one time she goes, you did scream one time, and you just went, ah! But then it was okay. She's very...
Like nonchalant?
Yeah.
Like you.
She's very... Well, she acts way more than she's 8. She acts like she's a teenager.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. So...
And the reason I ask that is because, like, Austin is 2, or just a little bit over 2, and he has nightmares sometimes, because he's a toddler, and even him in the morning, in his very small amount of words, will say, Mama, bed, cry. Mama, bed, and then he starts like pretend crying because he's telling me that he was pretend crying, and I'm like, yeah, baby, you had a nightmare last night, or do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and when he woke up today from his nap, he said he speaks in half Spanish, half English because he's bilingual. But
well, isn't he smart?
Yeah,
oh my
so
goodness.
she speaks to him in.
I speak to him in Spanish.
That's
Taylor speaks to him in
cool.
English. But when it comes out of his mouth, it comes out of both, like half this, half that. And he said to us in Spanglish just before, he said, Austin sleep with mama, which because I put him to sleep. And he woke up from his nap and he went, Austin sleep with mama. I'm mama.
Yeah.
Tay's mummy.
Oh, okay.
So, like, if my 2-year-old can recognize, I woke up from a nightmare last night, mum came in and settled me. Mm-hmm. It's strange. Not strange, but like Mahalia, it's just normal for her. Like, it's just all she's ever known.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very, yeah. You like that. It is interesting, isn't it?
Yeah. It's not a bad thing. It's not, it's just the way it is. And like,
that's it. Like I said, I would just say, it's just a way of life. I had a freak out last night. Okay.
I had a freak out is
that's
like,
what I call
Like,
it.
you had a freak out, like, oh my God, there was
That's
a bug
what I-
flying around the room.
yeah.
That's a bit more than that.
I've
though.
always said, I just go,
Your
that's
body
a weird
went
freak
into
out.
flight mode.
Flight.
As if you
Mate,
had
I was
to go
fast.
up.
I ran one time when I was actually speaking of that, I don't know if this was a freak out or not. Because Matt's like, I remember you were like,
I like that you call it a freak out. Sorry, I
Yeah.
really
I
enjoy
can't
it.
take nothing she says seriously because she just underplays everything.
No, a freak out is such like a, it's like a, was just a freak out. Like,
Yeah,
it's just,
that's-
everyone
I
does
just-
that.
I
And
freaked
I like that it's not like, it's not too heavy. You're not saying I had a nightmare or I had a meltdown.
Yeah.
It was just a freak
It was
out.
just a
Like,
freak out.
yeah.
But then because people would, like, one of my friends said, they're like, you must have, like, childhood trauma or something. I'm like, what do you mean?
See, it's
It's
one
like
of those
because-
things where you talk about it at the table and you're like, so yeah, and everyone's like,
We've
I'm
done
like,
that before.
wow. Yeah, I'm like, what?
you've done that to me when I've spoken, and you're like, that's not normal, Becca. I'm
What
like,
the
oh.
fuck? Yeah, I was like, well, that is that. I was like, what?
Wait, was Jodie
You
the
should write a
friend?
book.
Is Jodie the friend that you, when you were medicated and you were like, and she was like, I don't like you when you're medicated? Or was that Melissa?
Yeah. Jodie knows about everything else.
I do.
Probably more than she needs to.
Oh,
So she
that's
can never
ridiculous.
unfriend me now because otherwise I'm just going to have to literally kill her.
I know.
But I'm the same too, though.
Yeah.
We'd have to, we'd all be dead.
Correct.
But that's what I'm saying, like, it was just a freak out. But I was 9 months pregnant, and Matt's like, you just, like, flew so, like, you just ran so fast
Pregnant
over the
too.
bed. He goes, I don't know how you did it, you were 9 months pregnant, and he just ran in the hallway.
So this
I don't
was
know
happening
what's
during your pregnancy
That
with
was one
Mahalia?
time. I only remember that one time. I don't remember any other
But
time
do you know
that
if
he was-
Matt's told you about any other times when you were pregnant?
Yeah, I don't know, actually. I might ask him.
Matt?
Yeah.
What do you think,
was
babe?
there-
Answer the question. We
was
all
there
want to know.
more? Probably.
Because I also wonder if that is like why Mahalia now might sleepwalk. I'm not why, but like it could contribute to like stress. Like she felt that stress or something.
Okay, well, this is interesting because when, let's just say I woke up, I had my freak out, I would wake up and she's not in the bed, I'd go get her and then bring her into bed. So I feel like I've probably done it twice. I've probably made my bed and now I need to lay in it.
Yeah, you've built a rug for your own back.
Because, and
and
Matt's
look,
like, what are you doing?
there's nothing wrong with co-sleeping. Don't get it twisted. I'm not against co-sleeping, and I think that if you do it right, it's
Georgia's
fine.
doing that more now again.
Yeah.
I just want to go into bed. I don't feel right. And so she jumped into bed and she's 11.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? Because I don't know when the last time's going to be.
Hello, I'm missing Logan now, so...
Yeah.
Austin
I
jumped
would
in.
slap
Austin
it
was
up.
in our bed a few nights ago because he had a nightmare. Kicked my head. I was like, I don't fucking want this. I don't want this ever again.
Yeah.
And the thing is because he's always been, since he was 10 weeks old, my boy has slept through the night.
Good baby.
10 weeks old. My boy has slept through the night. And I am so fortunate, so blessed. Love that man so much. Yeah. If he's going through a rough patch, it's like a regression or something, or a nightmare. And he had a nightmare. Actually, I think the other night he actually woke up cold and then couldn't get back to sleep.
Yeah.
So we just brought him to bed with us. I had a knee in the back of my head. And I wriggled down the bed so he has the top half, if that makes sense, and then Taylor's on the other side.
Yeah.
And I had a knee in the back of my head and I was like, fuck this. I love you with my whole heart. I would stop bullets in midair for you, baby, but I do not want this ever again. And that's not because I'm like, oh, you know how people say like, oh, like they'll never get out of your bed. And probably people have said that to you, like, oh, she'll be there forever and you'll never be able to get. That's not the case.
Because my 20-year-old doesn't still sleep with us.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Correct. They're going to grow out of it. And if you enjoy the cuddles and it makes you feel safe and it makes them feel safe, great. But if otherwise, the only reason I hate it is just because I just want my own fucking space.
Yeah. And I have a king-size bed and it's still... Sometimes. And I would have, if Logan wanted to come and sleep in our bed, he'd be like, no, that's fucking weird. Don't say that to me. I'm 15, please. I know he won't. But I just, like now he's starting to close his door. And that's, like, you know what I mean? And that's completely fine. He's a 15-year-old boy. He needs his own privacy. But I'm like, so I just walk past. I'm like, okay.
Does it depress you a little bit?
It makes me sad.
Yeah, because it's a part
Did this
of
happen to
mental
you,
health.
Beck?
Um,
When Jermaine was around that age, starting to get his privacy?
I think there's been a few times where, like Jodie was the one I rang when he's. We'll tell you about this later.
Yeah, I think you've told me this actually already.
Yeah, and then there's been a few times where, but I think for me the moment has passed and it's clicked to me like we haven't done that again, and I'm like, oh, I don't even remember you eat something and then you eat the last of it and then you're like.
Do you think about all the? Has it ever hit you where you're like, and for you too with Logan and maybe even Mahalia? Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't remember the last time I picked you up.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. So when you eat something and you eat the final piece, but you don't realise you've eaten the final piece, so you're looking forward, you prepare for the final piece, you're like, oh, you ate it.
Oh, yeah.
Or you've already drank it. That for me was how it was with Jermaine. So it wasn't in the moment. For me it was like, I don't even remember the last time
I picked you up.
I picked you up. I don't remember the last time you jumped in my bed. Like, I don't. And then I feel sad that I didn't do that in the moment. Like, oh, the door's shut. Oh, that's
it's something
we're
so
never gonna
little,
get the
isn't
open
it?
door policy back
It's
again.
so, like,
and you
it's
don't think about it.
Yeah.
Because if somebody had said you're gonna get there's gonna be a little moment of grief wash over you when that bedroom door shuts, you're gonna be like, I'm not gonna be able to hear him raving.
That is so crazy.
But there's a moment where you're like, oh,
Okay.
I'm lucky that Jermaine will every day still come and say, give me a hug, you're the best mum. And last night he's like, you're the best mum in the world. And I was like, I know I am. And he's like, you're doing a good job. I was like, I know I am. I pride myself on that. And he's like, oh, all right, mate.
Yeah, get over it.
Logan will still say he gets out of the car every time I drop him off somewhere and he, love you, and gives me a hug. And I love that. But then there's this, I was trying to find it. It was a radio host. I think it was
I watched it.
I like Amanda Keller.
Yeah, you should watch it.
It was about, is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah.
About saying goodbye, like you have to say goodbye. Because we all have sons, so we're all going to go through it.
Yeah.
About saying goodbye to like a stage of your son.
So I talked about this the other week. My best friend, I'm actually babysitting him tomorrow. I'm so excited.
Nice.
My best friend has a baby. He turns 1 in 2 weeks. And she is my bestest friend in the whole world. Like I would live and die for her, right? And she's got this cutest little sweet little munchkin boy that I love and I just want to eat him. And she loved, like he turns 1 in 2 weeks, but she really, really loved babyhood. Whereas I fucking hated it. I hated it. The week that Austin turned 1, the fog lifted and I was like, oh, I love toddlerhood.
Yeah, I love
toddlerhood is,
toddlers are fun stuff.
toddlerhood is my absolute, like I am thriving and I still feel that way now. I'm thriving. And Austin turned 2 in April. And the couple of days before, Maddie messaged me and she goes, how are you feeling about saying goodbye to your 1-year-old? And I was like, I'm excited for the 2-year-old stage. Like I'm excited, right? And now Maddie is like, oh, like my baby's going away. I'm going to have a toddler. And I'm like, I'm so excited. I get to relive this toddlerhood through your kid now. Like, and then I said to her, I was like, maybe when Austin turns 5, when it's the few weeks before he turns 5, I'll be like, where's my little 2-year-old? Where's my toddler?
Look, I hated, as you know, I've told you many times, I hated them when they were, I hated Jermaine when they were baby.
Yeah.
Because of the postnatal depression.
Yeah, same,
but
me too.
The week leading up to him turning 18, I cried.
I know.
Because I remember, even though we were like, what the fuck are we doing? Bringing him home from hospital, and I remember being like,
this is 18 to
18
life.
to life. But I also remember, although that part for me was like horrible and foggy, I still remember smelling him, and I remember that there was a good time. There was like, my baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't even did I even tell you most of all my freak? I think I probably just said in passing. I didn't even go
I'm
into
learning
detail.
about most of this.
That's what I mean.
now.
I don't think I've actually said back. I used to have really bad.
I think because you underplayed it, like,
yeah, it was literally.
Yeah, and like you even said, like Matt tells you in the morning, oh, you had another freak out, and you're like, oh, okay.
Anyway, do you want a coffee? Like that's literally okay. That's a way of life. That's just what I do.
You didn't even think it was important enough just to have a chat about.
Yeah.
Okay? And we talk about everything and everything in between.
Mm-hmm. I'm the one that instigates like talking about our feelings and stuff. He's very
Straight 180.
Yes.
Men be doing that though.
Yeah, so I try and bring it out of him, but yeah. So I was just like, that's so I wonder why. And he goes, why don't you start? He did say, he goes, why don't you try and get some tablets or something? So But these ones are helping. So it's like, it's nature's own.
Okay.
I do feel like they are helping.
Like melatonin or something?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Or is
Okay.
it magnesium? No, it's not
Magnesium, yeah.
Magnesium's good for cramps and all that as well.
Magnesium's good for sleep.
Yeah. So it just calms me, like a herbal kind of relaxes me. Because I tried to like change my. I watch a lot of crime shows, so I suppose that doesn't help either. I'm obsessed.
Girlfriend, you gotta relax.
I gotta like relax and just.
Zen.
I even tried lavender. I tried to put like lavender on my pillow, like spray a little bit. This one's like I read that would help. But that didn't really help. It just made it smell like lavender. And I just smell like lavender all day. I don't like lavender smell, so that didn't really last.
Neither does Taylor.
Yeah.
But like, it's interesting, like all the things that you said or that you've said so far that you've like tried to look into and whatever. It's all been to help your sleep. But not necessarily to help battle the anxiety.
Actually, you know what? That's interesting you said that. That is true. No. I've never actually said that. Weird. How weird.
I am a therapist.
Literally, I have never gone in and said, I think I have like pretty bad anxiety. Can I like get some help on that?
Yeah, maybe just the anxiety.
Maybe it's because it was entwined with my sleeping. So I just
Well, yeah. And I don't think it's wrong that you tried to fix your
I
sleep.
wonder if that's just a mum thing. Like, okay, I have to fix my sleep.
Gotta fix my sleep.
I think if I
Not
worked,
letting you
maybe it would be worse.
Say that again,
I feel
sorry.
like if I had a job, I'd probably be worse.
I
think so.
So I have the luxury of just, you know what, if I don't sleep, I
when
can
you
just
said
sleep
before,
in the day.
how does it look like for you during the day? And she's like, no, it's fine. But during the day is also when you follow the
Bus to school and...
Yeah.
Wow, we're
And
therapizing.
then waited outside school.
Yeah, so I'm surprised you haven't actually camped outside the school from 9 till 3.
Yeah.
In case she ran out the gate.
Well, she's not going on camps, so I'm not doing that. She won't go on camps.
She decided or you decided?
No, I've decided.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not taking. She's not going on camps. No. Until she gets to walk, like she'll go. I'll just go and just.
So is she
wake
gonna
up.
stay with you on her wedding, like on her wedding night too?
Yes.
Cool. Yep. Just just checking.
Hey, this is, and you know what? When we go back to talking about the boys, our boys and stuff, you have to say goodbye because he's gonna leave me one day. Logan's gonna leave me because he's gonna find a wife, but daughters stay with their mums. So she has to stay with me.
Great, I'll just go fuck myself because I only have a son.
Yes,
That's fine.
So, I go, you're going to leave me, and then you're going to...
George is going to be about a home before Jermaine.
Oh, yeah.
The independent...
And if she's going anywhere, she's moving in with me.
Yeah.
Well, chances are.
Let's be real.
She's more independent. Jermaine won't move out of home until he's at least 40. I just know he'll be like, fuck paying bills.
But you know what I mean?
That is so funny.
And Annabelle would be like, but we actually have to move out. And he'll be like, I'll
Why?
come to my parents' house.
Yeah.
No, we can just live here. That'd be good. But that's something, like, you go, because you used to be, and that's, you struggle as a parent too, because you used to be there everything. They were love mum.
Also anxiety, because you're like, he cannot leave me.
Yeah.
But he will.
I know, but I don't want him to.
I have
He's a job
this.
now.
I have this like feeling in my heart of hearts that Austin, because he has two mums, will just be different. And that's
Probably,
not
yeah.
shitting on people that have dads. Like, obviously I have a dad. And like, it's not that at all. I just feel like because he's got two mums, he's just going to grow up to be a mummy's boy, but not in the icky way.
Yeah.
Like, just in the sense where he's like, yeah, I'm going to go home to my mum's house this weekend. What would you say to another mum who thinks that she might be experiencing something like this?
Probably go to the doctor quicker.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is that what
Go
you would
and-
say to Jodie like 8 years ago
Yeah.
when Mahalia was born?
Yeah. Not like it wasn't normal, but go and find out. Maybe I didn't, and you know what? Probably because I've downplayed, I probably didn't even tell the doctor enough information about what I was like saying.
Which
And
is
they're
what I
like,
said.
okay,
You
we'll
live
just-
with your brain 24 hours a day. You see a doctor for 40 minutes maybe, max.
And you also don't want a doctor to gaslight you into going, well, that's just what happens when you have a baby. Mums tend to panic a bit and you walk out there and it's 8 years later.
Yeah.
You're following a bus.
Yeah. And you're like,
That's
You're
not
following a
crazy.
bus. Is
No, but you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's a bit of a gaslight from the medical
Yeah,
field.
it
Because then
is.
you're thinking, well, the doctor said it's fine, and so obviously I'm fine.
Yeah.
And you're following the bus. You
And-
are fine, but there's a lot that's still playing around, which isn't healthy for you because you're constantly in flight mode.
Yeah.
And then when I think about it, I do say that a lot. You know, you're like, I'm fine. I'm like, when I'll be crying, Matt will come and comfort me, but I'm like, I'm fine. And I'll go, I don't know why I say that.
You were just saying it at the beginning of
I
it.
know,
But you weren't reassuring us in case we thought something.
That's what I
You're
mean.
fine. We
I'm
already
fine.
know you're not fine. No.
I'm not sure.
We already know that you're
My
fucked in the
friend.
head.
You're my friend. I don't pick people that are fine.
We don't have fine friends any. No one steps into this microphone seat and is fine.
Yeah, and I'm just like, but I'm
Maybe
fine.
they just don't know
Yeah.
I'm okay.
I'm okay.
Alright. Am I okay? I don't know.
I
Maybe
feel
I'm
like
reassuring
you're
myself.
trying to you're fighting
Yeah.
with yourself.
I-
And you are okay. You're functioning. You're fine. But
I
you might
would
not be
I
able
would
to be living
consider
like
I would consider all the reasons why you might not be, is all I'm saying. Peace and love, and postpartum mental health conditions are not something to joke about, and we've done a lot of joking today, and I want to be very clear that like this is clearly like Jodie sitting here, she's like, I'm fine. And that's because she feels fine. And she, again, is she's functioning and she's getting through her day and she's a great mum to her kids and a great wife, except for waking them up in the middle of the night. But again, like she's a good mum and she's getting, you know what I mean? But for some people, I can imagine having experiences exactly like yours might be quite debilitating.
Yeah, and that's like, if you don't have a good support system.
Correct.
I had a very good, you know what I mean, Matt's the most supportive
And
husband
not
I
only that,
have.
what if this night has exasperated their days? Like,
Correct.
and that's what's even scary for some. So
Yeah.
like, while we're joking,
Yeah.
it can get really out of hand.
Yeah. And I
You've gotta
think
make
that it's
sure,
a point of
you
like...
gotta know your body.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think it's also a point of like, again, we said like Matt would be like, oh, you had a freak out last night. And you're like, oh, okay. But for some people, it would be like, did I? Oh my goodness.
like, what is
Holy
happening?
shit.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Or you remember and you wake up in the morning going, oh my God. Like, and it hits you like a ton of bricks. Do you know what I mean? So sometimes our worst enemy is our own brain, unfortunately. Yeah. It's just important to remember that this can be quite serious.
Yeah.
And I want to make a big statement on saying, please, even for you moving forward and for any other person out there, do not undermine your own mental health. So
No.
if you think it's big, but you've heard a story in your group of friends or somewhere and it's been pretty severe, don't think, well, it's not that bad. It's not
Yeah.
that. It might not be, but what if it got to that point and you could have stopped it there?
Yeah.
It is bad for you for what it is.
Yeah.
And not only...
And that goes for trauma. Trauma isn't...
It's not measurable.
It is big for people, but for some
But you
people,
can't measure it and you can't
normalize
compare it.
You can't measure mental health.
No.
It's bad for you today, and if you're sad all the time, maybe it is, maybe it's not. But I think by acknowledging it and not underplaying it, by going, well, it's not, I'm not feeling like I'm suicidal, I'm not
Yes.
harming myself, I'm not that sick, I'm not crying like for 10 days straight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might not be, but how do we know? Because mental health, you can't muck around with.
No,
You
and the
don't
other
know.
thing as well is that like even if it doesn't, if you're like, okay, yeah, well, it's not that bad. That's not to say like think about how much better you could be even if you just had this little tiny issue that you think is so
And
tiny.
I also think
If
finding
you had that under
someone to
control,
talk about it too, so that they can also a non-judgmental person be looking
Yeah.
for this. So like me and you,
Yeah.
you do look a lot better today, and you're taking that feedback, great, like, because it was a lot worse before. I know. So somebody that can also be an outsider to judge it, because if you've lost control of it and not capable of it, you want to know that somebody else has got you.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Because sometimes your capacity, and then it could get that severe, and you're just not functioning.
yeah.
You want to know that someone's going, when was your last shower?
Yeah.
Do you want me to sit in the bathroom?
Have you had a good
while
meal
you
today?
shower?
Yeah.
Do you, want me to, you have a shower, I'm going to cook something for you.
Yeah,
You want to know that you're a non-judgmental friend, that if you said, I've just sat in the same undies for 3 days, I've not showered, get in there and wipe your ass,
yeah.
I'm going to cook you something.
Yeah.
And I'll put it on
And
the
Beck
machine.
would do that.
And I'm not even going to be like, that's gross. I'm going to be like, get in there and wash your ass and have a shower.
Yeah.
If I need to sit on the toilet and talk to you while you're in the shower, I'll do that too.
Mhm.
You need to, I think when you talk about it, people become aware of it, and you have someone that knows,
Yeah.
hey, it's got a lot better, or
There are
it's
some
not.
signs here that are
Yeah,
showing
because
that you're
because
struggling.
she's normalised it. So what if you're just normalising it the whole time?
100%.
It becomes worse, and your
Yeah.
husband's too tired.
And before we
Yes.
started filming, Jodie sat down and was like, my story's kind of boring. And like, I have learned so much. I have had some giggles. And thank you for allowing us to giggle.
Yes.
Truly.
That's what I.
And
don't
also,
take it
but also
seriously.
like, it's important to talk about. And it's like, it's taken you this long for you to be like, you know what? It probably is postpartum anxiety.
Yeah. It literally, yeah.
I
It's
actually
crazy. 8
feel-
years later.
I actually feel a bit sad that I didn't know this much of it and how debilitating it was for you.
No. That's
Well,
what I'm saying. I
she's-
don't. Now I feel sad that you're sad.
Invalidate my
Don't
feelings.
be sad.
No, but I think it's also like
but it's-
she's sitting here and she's like, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Because again, it is not as if she's waking up in the morning being like, you know, it's not soul sucking. It's not great and it's horrible and
Yep.
you know, you deserve to be able to have a full night's rest and sleep and have this not happen to you, because even though you don't remember it, your nervous system is clearly remembering it.
And the ones I do remember, that's scary.
Yeah.
Because that's
It
it's just
stays with
pure
you.
terror.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to think that my child is not
breathing.
I'd love to just wake up and then they're both in their bed. Well, obviously Logan stays in his bed.
Yeah.
With his door closed or whatever. But, Marley will be in the bed and I'm just like, wow, she's staying in bed all night.
That's what I mean. So
That's
if you don't know what depression looks like, what do you think it's not going to look like? You know what I mean? Like, how do you think it could be better for you if you didn't have it?
Even if you think it's not that bad, if you had this tiny little issue that's not that bad under control, how much better could it be?
Yeah.
So don't think about it for what it is. Think about what it could be for you.
If you had it
That's
sorted.
interesting actually, because it stops me. Like even Mahali said, we went up to Warramoo, but I didn't because it was raining and I want Matt to drive because I didn't want to drive. And she goes, you told me we'd go to the snow one day. This is what she said to me today. I'm like, I did, didn't I? And she goes, we should go. But I don't like traveling long distance.
You're like me, yeah.
But you know what it was? There was an accident with an actress from Home and Away.
Oh my God.
She ended up
Home and Away.
She died with her parents and her and her sister. They had a fiery crash. It was just, I think it was down the coast. From that day, I've never driven further than half an hour. And I used to go on trips all the time. We used to go to Canberra. I drove into Queensland, to Victoria, everywhere. And since then, I'm just like, that's giving me so much anxiety. What if somebody crosses over the side of the road and crashes into me?
Anxiety's gone worse.
Then I'm like, well, I want to take her to the snow, but that's scary because it's a mountain. I hate the mountains. Oh, I hate the mountains. Gives me, I hate it. Matt goes up there almost all the time because he does.
I drove to Warramoo, take Jermaine to football. Jermaine went and me and Georgia drove up to watch. And I took Georgia away on a trip to the mountains after Christmas.
Yes.
You were shitting yourself, yeah.
Like this the whole way driving, but I couldn't let on to her because last thing as a person, if my mum was panicking the whole way, I'd be thinking we're about to die.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey George, when did you post a video? She had no idea that I was shitting the whole way, but I thought if I don't do this...
I've told you what my mum used to say, and I think I mentioned it in an episode before. My mum used to be like, honey, I'm lost. I just need to concentrate.
Yeah.
She wasn't fucking lost. But she needed me to shut up.
Yeah.
So she could get through her anxiety.
Yeah, and now, now I talk about it, it probably does affect her, and I don't want it to. I don't want it to affect her.
No, of course you don't. And that doesn't make you a bad mum. I need you to know it doesn't make you a bad mum. It means that you're doing the right thing because you love her.
Self-awareness now.
Yeah.
About it, which is great.
Yeah. Look, I'm going to say it now. I should start charging people for my therapy sessions. When you guys got here, I was on the phone to my friend who was having a meltdown, so...
I know, we heard that. I was like, I think she's on the phone.
Thanks so much for coming, Jodie, and just having it. And I know that we just talked about 50,000 million things, but
Yeah,
that's the way we do things over here. I like it that way. I don't think I ever want to be smart with I don't ever want to be intellectually capable.
It works.
It works.
Look, if this is what you're studying, this is fun.
Yeah.
You guys have fun.
We do have fun. And yeah, we've been I feel very lucky to have learned about this because I had no idea about any of this side of what postpartum anxiety can look like. And just really grateful to have
How
you.
do you feel knowing that there's a name for it?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, probably.
Like if somebody said to you before, you're like, yeah, it's not anxiety, but now she's saying postpartum anxiety. How do you feel knowing?
Yeah, that's right.
there's a name
Yeah.
for it? Would you feel comfortable saying to someone,
I have
"Was
postpartum
actually
anxiety.
Postpartum anxiety.
Because now she's 8, like, does that go on for, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That's what I
Of
mean.
course it
Like,
does.
Like, well, they're like, oh, did you have a baby? I'm like, no, she's 8.
No,
You know what I
it doesn't.
mean?
That's a very good point, though. Actually,
Because
what
she
you've
was
just
like,
said.
like, it's just anxiety, but she doesn't know the severity of it.
Well, no, Jodie, it's a good point that you've said that because a lot of people think that postpartum anything only lasts for when you have a baby.
That's what you think that.
That's
like,
the most common thought, right? And like again, I said like the week that my son turned 1, the fog lifted, and I was like, oh. And that's what made me feel like, oh, well, this must have definitely been postpartum anxiety because I don't have a baby anymore. I have a toddler now. Yeah. But that's not the case. It's not always the case. This can last for years and it shouldn't and it's scary. And I hope that for anyone...
for 15 years, Jodie.
Yeah.
So their kid's potentially 15. Like the last kid that they got it from would be 15 and they still had kids in between that. But just because it came from the child 15 years ago, it doesn't mean it's not...
It's postpartum. It's still postpartum. It's just 15 years postpartum.
Yeah.
And because I always think, because I never wanted to be on medication. So I don't think I need to be medicated either. I just think I can deal with this myself. You know what I mean? I'm okay that, again, normalising it, thinking it's not that serious. I'm getting better. It is getting better.
As long as it's getting better.
You get on medication, but where's the line for you? If you never want to get on medication, that's absolutely fine.
And that's your choice.
Where's the line for you before you say, this is getting out of hand?
Well, probably when Logan...
Like if somebody told you, if I told you, or Izzy, because you don't really know Izzy, Izzy said to you, so I followed the excursion bus. What would you think?
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah,
I can bet my life she'd get in the car and she'd be like, so, what do
did
you
you
want
hear
about
that? Yeah. But probably the line, because now Logan's very big football. He's very big in football. So let's just say, I don't know, a couple of years or whatever. If he's only 15, he got accepted, and I have to like travel, like a long way away to go watch him. And if I can't physically drive, maybe then I'd be like, okay, maybe I need to, because I want to go watch him, but I don't want to drive
Oh, you
long
want to know
distance.
at what point is your self-awareness before you say this is getting out of hand?
Probably when it affects their life, like probably when
It's affecting them.
yeah, it's affecting them. Where like literally today, that kind of hit me today thinking about it. When
See,
When Mahalia was like, you said you'd take me to the snow.
but that did affect me. I'm like, I did take. Yeah, I've only got one more month left of winter. I better hurry and find a place for you to go. We can go to
Take her to the snow.
She goes, because I want to go to the snow. I'm like, okay, we'll go to snow.
Or you can go next winter.
Or take Matt, or get Matt to drive you guys.
Yeah, well, that's it, exactly. Get him to drive. I probably should, maybe we'll go to like Threadbow next year.
How do you feel knowing that there's a name for it?
I look better, I do.
I just want to, thank Jodie so much for coming, and you've just done so well at explaining this, and I've learned so much, and if there's anyone listening that has experienced something like this, I'm going to have some links and resources available, and thanks for letting us have a laugh too, and we've all learned a little bit more about each other, and Jodie is a wired mama for life.
Yes, I am. I'll be the producer later. Are you busy? I have plenty of time on my hands.
Thanks, guys. Talk to you next week. If you or someone you know is navigating any of the topics discussed in today's episode, please reach out for support. Links are below.